Have you noticed your energy isn't what it used to be? Maybe your workouts feel harder for less reward, your drive, both in and out of the bedroom, has somewhat softened, and somewhere along the words, you heard the words low testosterone and started wondering if that's what's going on with you. But here's the thing, testosterone does actually naturally decline as men get older. Starting somewhere in your mid-30s to early 40s, levels begin to drop gradually. But the rate can vary a lot from person to person. Men who are overweight or have chronic health conditions tend to decline faster, whereas guys who stay lean and active might actually see very little decline at all. I'm Dr. Rena Malik, urologist and pelvic surgeon, and today I'm going to cover the vitamins and minerals that can boost testosterone and what the evidence is behind them. But first, let me explain how testosterone is made. Your body manufactures testosterone every single day. It happens inside specialized cells in your testicles called Leydig cells. And just like any manufacturing process, it needs the right raw materials to work. Now, the primary building block for testosterone is cholesterol, and every steroid hormone your body makes, testosterone, cortisol, estrogen, starts with cholesterol. This is why sometimes if you have an extremely low-fat diet, it can negatively impact testosterone production because you don't have those raw materials. Also, when your diet is consistently high in refined carbohydrates and processed foods, your insulin levels stay chronically elevated. And research shows that insulin resistance, which happens when you have chronically elevated insulin, decreases testosterone production. And guys who are pre-diabetic or type 2 diabetes have low testosterone at a higher rate, about 40% compared to those who don't have diabetes. Now, the other hormone that plays a role here is cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone. When you're under chronic stress, like poor sleep, you're having lots of stress from work, maybe you're overtraining, your body shifts resources away from testosterone production as a means to survive. But in modern life, where stress comes from your phone all day long or email inbox, it never goes away and it causes low testosterone. I'm telling you this because when we get to vitamins and minerals, it matters enormously. These nutrients work best when you have the ability to produce testosterone correctly. If the factory is broken, adding better raw materials are not going to fix it. So you have to keep the baseline things working correctly. And we'll talk about those later in the episode. First mineral we're going to talk about is zinc. Zinc is a nutrient with the clearest connection to testosterone. At the cellular level, it's what we call a helper molecule, and it's required in the chemical reactions that the Leydig cells use to make testosterone. When you don't have enough zinc, those reactions slow down and you're not making testosterone well. A 2023 systematic review looked at 38 studies and found that zinc deficiency, when you don't have enough zinc around, it reduces testosterone levels. And when you give zinc to men who don't have enough, it restores testosterone. In another study, they took young men and put them on a zinc-restricted diet for 20 weeks, and their testosterone dropped dramatically from around 1,100 nanograms per deciliter to about 285 nanograms per deciliter. That's a lot. And when elderly men who were mildly zinc deficient took zinc supplements for 6 months, their testosterone nearly doubled. But the key is that you have to be zinc deficient. In men who already have enough zinc or adequate zinc levels, adding more zinc doesn't actually raise testosterone further. It's ideal to check your zinc levels. Zinc is lost primarily through sweat. So men who train hard or work physical jobs where they do sweat a lot have a real risk of running low. But you get it from foods. And foods like shellfish, specifically oysters, are very high in zinc. Also red meat, poultry, pumpkin seeds, and legumes. If you do need a supplement, zinc picolinate tends to absorb better than the other types of forms, and you want to look for 20 to 30 milligrams daily. Again, get your zinc levels checked and make sure that you have a true deficiency before purchasing a supplement. Next up is vitamin D. Now, vitamin D is not really marketed as a testosterone supplement, but there is a connection. Multiple large studies have found that men with low vitamin D tend to have lower testosterone. And vitamin D deficiency is very, very common, especially in men who are over 50, those who work indoors or live in more northern, cooler climates. Now, when you look at studies where researchers gave men vitamin D and measured what happened, the results are mixed. Some trials showed modest testosterone increases while others did not. When you looked at a systematic review of testosterone boosters, they found that vitamin D results were inconsistent across studies. So what I tell patients is if your vitamin D is low, absolutely supplement your vitamin D, and it may support your overall health as well as your hormonal health. Because vitamin D deficiency is associated with a number of health problems: bone health, immune function, mood, cardiovascular risk. So you want your vitamin D to be at a good level. If you got a testosterone benefit, it's just an added bonus. Now, other ones that come up often are magnesium, boron, selenium, and folate. These have a little less evidence. Now, magnesium is very important for many different processes in the human body, and many men are low in magnesium. And lab research has shown that magnesium might interfere with how tightly SHBG, or sex hormone binding globulin, binds to testosterone, which in theory could free up more testosterone to be available to your cells if you have more magnesium. But the human trials are mixed. They did have a placebo-controlled trial in men that found no significant change in testosterone or SHBG. However, when you took magnesium combined with zinc and vitamin B6, they saw a slight increase in testosterone, but it's still unclear which ingredient was responsible for that. Now, magnesium is absolutely worth taking for sleep, muscle function, and stress, all of which indirectly support testosterone. Now, boron is talked about a lot, and there's one really often cited study, but it only included 8 men with no control group, and it was a week long, and it showed an increase in free testosterone. Also, there's another study with placebo-controlled study with 19 men that saw no effect at all. So while anecdotally people say it helps, there's no strong evidence for it. Selenium has an important function for testicular function and sperm health in animal studies, but when they looked at human clinical trials using selenium supplementation in healthy men, they saw no real change in testosterone levels. Folate, again, is very important for sperm quality and male fertility, but there's no direct evidence that folate deficiency reduces testosterone levels. Now, if you're deficient, absolutely, you want to supplement these, and magnesium in particular has many benefits worth supplementing for. But none of these are things that are directly going to support testosterone production. Now, we talked about how we need the underlying mechanism that makes testosterone to be in working order. And so there's a foundation that you have to have before you take any vitamin or mineral, because those are not going to work if your foundational habits are working against you. So what are they? Number 1, sleep. Sleep is so important. Over and over again, sleep has been shown to significantly reduce testosterone levels, and the effects are more pronounced in older men. When you have consistently poor sleep over time, even within a week, you have lower testosterone. For example, the most cited study is if you go sleep for 5 hours for a week, your testosterone declines by 15%, which is quite a large number. Your body composition is so important. If you have a lot of body fat, particularly visceral fat around your organs, this has an enzyme called aromatase. And aromatase converts testosterone to estrogen, meaning that the more fat you have, the more testosterone gets converted to estradiol, and you have less testosterone available for your body. So obesity is a very significant predictor of low testosterone, as well as insulin resistance that we talked about earlier. Next up is training. Resistance exercise using compound movements of the large muscle groups, getting close to failure, helps boost testosterone and has, of course, long-term benefits for your overall health. The next one is if you're using alcohol, chronic heavy use of alcohol will affect your testicles' ability to produce testosterone. And if you want a deeper dive into the foundation of sexual health and things you need to do to build your pillars of sexual health, I want you to pre-order my book called The Hard Truth. It's available now for pre-order, and if you pre-order, think of it as a vote for men's health. Men's health books, really, there's not that many. People don't write books for men, and we want to show people that men read books, and we need to be creating content and information for men because men's health matters. So check it out at renamalikmd.com/hardtruth. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, look, I've got my stuff dialed in, I'm doing everything right, my lifestyle's, perfect, I don't have stress, I sleep well, I eat right, I exercise. It's valuable at that point to go talk to your doctor, get blood work to see what your testosterone is. If you have low testosterone and symptoms, you may be a candidate for testosterone replacement therapy. It is a legitimate, well-studied medical treatment, and it's not a shortcut if you really have clinical signs and symptoms of low testosterone and you're working on the foundational factors and you're having issues. We want to improve your quality of life. So talk to your urologist, talk to an endocrinologist or your primary care doctor about it. So bottom line today, as you've learned, if you're deficient in certain things like zinc, vitamin D, magnesium, it can be very helpful for your hormonal health. But even bigger than figuring out a vitamin to take is fixing the foundation of your overall health. If you guys found this helpful, please share this video with someone who might like it and subscribe. And as always, remember to take care of yourself because you are worth it.